Hey, you're listening to the menu, a space where we sit down, slow down, and talk about life, the weird, the beautiful, and the in between.
I'm V.
And I'm Olivia, and we're just two friends trying to figure things out, one deep and slightly chaotic conversation at a time.
Every week we sit down with a new topic from life's menu and talk about it. Nothing fancy, just us and you. So let's dig in.
So, what's today's topic? What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about the myth of being on track.
And what does that mean
Woohoo!
for the viewers?
Being on track. Are you on track? Are you off track?
And the myth of it all?
Yeah.
Sounds good, sounds good. So what do you think, I guess maybe like what your myth is for being on track? Like why this topic?
um I thought of this episode because I think growing up we're told that our life is kind of like linear to where you grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you graduate college, you land your first job, and it should be smooth sailing from there. But so many, you get hit with so many things that are outside of your control that life is not linear, nor is it ever on track.
Life is life.
And life is life, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like pretty evident in today's economy, and like with everything that's happening in the world today and how chaotic it is. It just kind of further proves that there is no such thing as being on track. Everybody has their own timeline that they're going on, so um, like it's not on track. There is no track to go off of.
Yeah.
So today we're just gonna debunk the idea of having to be on track, whether it's like in career or in your personal life. Yeah, so we'll just talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good topic to discuss. Like in my life or in my eyes, it was always I'd go to college, I'd live that like poster board, like kind of cinematic college life. I'd grow up, I'd get out of college, I'd find my dream job, I'd start the family that I had
Yeah,
dreams about when I was younger and live happily ever after. But I think like slowly going through the course of life, you start to see that that's not the case. It's not all fairy tales, but it's real.
yeah,
It's real, and I think on track for me is adjusting to the world around you.
yeah, yeah. And I think it's also like being on track also comes with a comparison, like you
Mhm.
comparing your version of being on track to someone
Mhm.
else's. And it could be like your friends or your peers or
Mhm.
someone who's like really close age to you, but you both are living such different lives that there is no sense of like being on track. Or yeah, because if you know me, or for anybody who knows me, I kind of have my whole life planned out.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Even to when you move to New York,
Yeah. Well,
you have that like I don't know if it's a board, but it was like in your room
like
and you had like Polaroids and you like or it was like pictures and you put like your goals on it.
yeah. Like in a way, it was like a manifestation.
Mhm.
But I'm like, after I graduate college, I'm gonna move to New York. I'm gonna live out my 20s there, and then once I hit 30, I'm gonna pivot my career into real estate, and then I'm gonna grind real estate, and then I'm gonna by like the time I'm 32, I'm gonna have a family and be settled by the time I'm 35, and then by the time that I'm like 40, 45, I'm gonna retire. That
Mhm.
was kind of like my version of being on track, but it's been so derailed
Yeah.
from it all that now I'm just like, you can plan out your life,
Mhm.
but just know that nothing will really go according to plan, and that's okay. It's okay to um, adapt and
Mhm.
then pivot, or you know
Yeah.
just like adapt accordingly. essentially.
At this point, I think I'm calling it suggestions.
Yeah.
Life suggestions. I
Yeah.
suggest this will happen in my life, but if it doesn't, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'll figure a way maybe to make something else happen to bring me back to that goal I had, or maybe I'll have a new goal that
Yeah.
whatever I go through turns into.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was like when I all my life, I think even when I was younger, I wanted to be like a psychologist.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a psychologist, and then having talks with my parents, or at least my dad, he was like, "Psychologist, you need to fix your own problems," type thing. So then I was like, okay, maybe being a psychologist is not for me. So then what was next? And then I just kind of like went down the path of like tech, because at that time it was like that was the end. That was like
That was
the
stability.
and I did that,
Yeah.
and then I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like I don't feel like it's me. And then kind of when I got into HR, I was like, this is me, and
Mm.
I feel like it's kind of like business business psychology, because if you kind of look deep into it, it's like, oh, a lot of psychology majors do go into HR because it's dealing with humans, dealing with people. But and then it was like, oh, after that, after I get my dream job, I would settle down,
Hmm.
marry the man that I've been with.
Yeah.
That
My
ain't heaven.
first love is my it is what is it, like my forever.
Yeah.
And boy, was I so wrong. I was so wrong.
Hey, but you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Like
Yeah.
I think that was not a I wouldn't say a good experience, but it was
It's an experience.
something that taught you
Yeah.
the what to look for, what not to look for, maybe
As
even within yourself.
yeah. As they say, was it a rejection is a redirection, a
Yes.
misalignment or is a misalignmentness is a realignment for
Mm.
something else, something
Okay.
better.
Preach, preach.
So
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, being on track, I feel like it ties into like what our parents wanted for us
yeah.
too, in a sense. Like I think like all our parents ever wanted was stability for their kids and to see them live a happy life. So I think that kind of created that mindset of like we have to do this in order to be successful. And COVID kind of showed us that's not
No.
reality anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also I think like our society and generation as a whole, like we are kind of like different from our parents and different from other generations too after that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I do feel like in our generations today we're thrown with so many different like scenarios that are like completely out of our control,
Mhm.
and like it's so sporadic or sometimes just I don't know how to say it, but it's like so many things are I feel like are thrown at us with like the innovation of technology, how far
Mhm.
we've gotten with technology, the whole AI scene, and then the whole like everything that's just happening around the world is just I feel like it's so much more
Yeah.
than what the previous generations or like our parents' generation has to encounter or
Yeah.
even learn how to navigate. And it's like for us, we have to learn how to navigate that and deal with the differences between, us and our parents and like
Yeah.
learning how to explain all of that. So in a way, it's hard to stay on track when everything is so off track.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why, like, yeah, that's why I say we create suggestions now
Yeah.
instead of like goals that we have to follow. Because I think like a goal of mine was to like right after school go straight into my master's. And that didn't
Yeah.
happen because I just felt like fatigued from school. Like I was always in school constantly. Like I never skipped a summer semester. So it was just like constantly school, 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 school. But like my parents and like obviously my other family members were like, you should just get it done with because you have the time. And especially like during COVID, we had all the time in the world, but it was just nice kind of to take that like mental break.
Yeah.
So then my goals kind of shifted, which that's why I say it's a suggestion because I still did it. I still went back to school, but just
Hmm.
later. So yeah, I guess that's why I say it's a suggestion, not a goal. But like in the end, it is a goal. It's just it doesn't have to happen right away because I feel like there's that connotation with goals that you have to do it when you say you're gonna do it.
Yeah. And it's also like in alignment with your age too.
Yeah.
Like being on track means like graduating at a certain age, or like if you graduate earlier, then you're deemed more successful or like smarter
Yeah.
because you finish your courses earlier and you graduated earlier. Or at least that's like in the Asian household, that's how they would look at it.
That's a black household too.
Yeah.
Like I think I was a semester behind. That's because I changed my major, and my dad was like, "You still in school? How more long you got? I thought it was 4 years." Like,
Yeah.
I just think, yeah, it's that whole mindset of like, I think they just want to see their kids be successful, but they have a version of success in their eyes
Yeah.
versus like what we can deem or what we decide success is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think being on track, the myth of being on track, is just, I feel like in some sense also it could be generational.
Yeah.
Like for our generation, what do you think like on track, I guess as a whole, is for people of our generation?
I don't, I think like if you're able to complete your education and then just like go straight into corporate world and just pursue that and climb the corporate ladder, make a lot of money, be successful, and then I think everything else is just like whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know from my brother, he's not planning on getting his master's. He's just like, I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna get into a FANG company, and I'm gonna climb the ladder, and I'm gonna make so much money, and then I'm gonna live out my life, and that's the end of the track essentially. And then like whatever else follow. But I don't think like it's planned so far ahead to where it's like, oh, I need to have a family by this age, or like, oh, I need to be at this place or in this spot by the time that I turn this age, or whatever it might be. Because I think even personally, like we have friends who've already settled down with kids, and for me, I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. And I feel like I have so many things I want to do.
Yeah.
That the idea of like family, it just seems so far fetched, even though I felt like my age is catching up to me.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I think I thought that up until the moment of, okay, like I'm gonna get like a little, I guess, like personal, but like when I went to the OBGYN,
Yeah.
and then, like I think in our minds, like at least for me, I was like 40
Yeah.
is too old to have a kid, and we're already reaching 30, and that means we don't have 10 years left to have a kid. But when I went to the OBGYN, he was just like, like I guess that age has kind of like grown due to like technology and different things like that, but like he kind of like made me have hope again. Yeah. I guess because like I was like giving up, like I'm just gonna be a single and hopefully rich auntie someday and just spoil my nieces and nephews. That's my goal. And I have my child, which is my dog, and I was satisfied with that. But then after talking to him, I kind of like opened up that, I guess,
Pandora's box.
And like, okay, maybe I can still have kids at some point, but get the marriage part, child. we don't know about that.
It's so hard.
The dating dating scene is crazy right now. Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, I think I'm just vibing.
Yeah.
Just vibing.
And I think that's like another thing about today's generation too. We vibing.
Yeah.
Like we vibe coding. Like, I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing until my brother was like, oh yeah, like vibe code. And I'm like,
what is vibe coding?
I'm like, huh? But like, yeah, like we're vibe coding, so like I guess we're vibing through life as well. So then in that sense, if we're vibing, then like what track are we on? Yeah, and I think just to like better my mental health in general is to not think about having to be on track.
Yeah.
And to just live life as it is and take whatever or navigate whatever comes your way in
Hmm.
life, but there's no such thing as like a track
Yeah.
for me.
So then that raises like the next question. Then, like, if you say you don't have a track, then do you still like? Because our question is, are you on track? But like, essentially, you don't have a track. So like, I feel like people still have like kind of like
Pathways.
yeah, pathways, or like just simple word like goals they want to achieve that
Yeah.
they can't like teeter away from, if that makes sense. Like there's some goals where you're like, if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. But then there's some goals where you're like, I have to do it. Like eventually I need to and want to get a house. Like that's
Yeah.
something that like will be a goal. So like is there something like that that you have in mind for yourself?
Yeah. I think for me, it's just like, in terms of like on track, it's just not tie age to it
I see, I
anymore.
see.
Because I feel like growing up, I'm constantly in a race with myself to reach a certain like goal or destination
Mm-hmm.
with age in mind. So like by the time I'm 30, which I'm only like 2 years away,
Yeah.
that by the time I'm 30, I need to, somewhat be engaged.
Yeah.
If I want to be married by the time I'm 32 and have kids around then too.
Mm-hmm.
But then literally, I just got out of a relationship. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I only have 2 more years to find me a man and like buckle it down. But
Yeah.
it's so hard, and that's just not how it works.
And you
So,
always get those dreaded questions when you go to like family
yeah,
functions,
like,
like,
when are you getting
when are you
married?
having kids? When are you getting married? What's
Yeah,
going on? Like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have
yeah.
like a partner? Like, what's happening? And it's just like I hate those
I know.
questions.
It's like it makes me think of it like, oh, am I like failing in life because I'm not reaching
Mm-hmm.
that? Or like I'm getting to that age where I need to be married, but I'm not, so therefore am I failing? And I think for today, I'm just trying to not align it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my version of being on track is for me to get to a place where like I'm comfortable with myself, like I love who I am, I love what I'm doing. And if by that time like I met someone and we're vibing, we're something together, then I might be married at like 32, 35, and that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Child, you
Yeah.
know, they say what I say. I'm married to the game. No I'm kidding. No, yeah, I totally agree. Like, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And if I
Yeah.
find somebody that meshes well into what I'm doing, or that is cool, we vibe, and I see them as a future spouse, like, then yeah, then I'll settle down. Do I know what age that would be? No.
No.
Is that on track to what I have? It's not. But I don't think. I think after I got out of college, I deleted the whole being married by this age,
Yeah. Or
being in a
having to
relationship.
achieve something by a certain age.
Yeah, I deleted all of that from like what I guess deemed or like determined what on track for me was. Um, but yeah, I think like I guess on track for me is, am I like keeping in consideration or thinking about, am I happy?
Yeah, that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's also like one another thing for our generation is to like hustle and bustle.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to constantly grind. We have to constantly climb the corporate ladder if we want to be somebody. Um, and I think we completely negate the whole like, are you even happy doing what you're
Yeah.
doing? Are you even happy with yourself? Are you like happy with your life? And I think those are such important questions to ask, because then it could lead to like self abandonment,
Yeah.
and then like future like mental health issues
Mm-hmm.
that would be even harder to deal with if it keeps on getting marinated.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, like if going off track means you need to prioritize your mental health, do that.
Yeah.
Like work on yourself, be better for yourself, and then everything else can come after.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Um,
And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
It's such a hard pill to swallow.
Especially you. You're like very
Yeah.
like, I need to do this. I need to do it this. I need to do it now. I need to do it. Like when I
Pronto.
say I do it, you've always been like that. So like hearing you say that to me, I feel like it's growth. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's it's been really tough. It's been like there's so many hard pills to swallow
Yeah.
in
There
life
is.
that I'm like there yeah, like get this track off of my mind. Like get it away.
Yeah.
Um so if you feel like you're going off track, just know that you're going on your own path
And it's okay.
and it's okay and there's
Hmm.
literally no timeline. You just do you.
Yeah.
And
Do you, boo?
yeah, do you. Everybody else can follow or
Hmm.
not and that's, on them. It's never on you.
Hmm.
So like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think like the going back to the when you talked about, you know, comparing.
Yeah.
It's like I think I did that for a little while, but I kind of like stopped because I was like, I'm my own person. Um, I'm gonna deem what's successful for me, whether that be what's successful for everybody else or what's people call normalcy. That's my success.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was telling you, like I have like friends that like are like, oh, like we have some friends that I guess life seemed so easy for them. They went to school, they got a good job, they got basically a stable life. They found somebody easily. They're in a happy relationship, type things, and then they're like, why can't that happen for me? Like, what am
Mm-hmm.
I doing wrong? And I always tell them, you're comparing. That's what you're
Yeah.
doing wrong. Because what if that person's also like, oh, so and so is going on vacations, having fun, living life, doing these. Like, everybody's going to, I guess, compare themselves to one another. But at the end of the day, like when you lie down, it's just you.
Yeah.
When you close your eyes, it's just you. It's your life. It's not so and so Billy and Bob's life. It's just Bob's life. It's just
Yeah.
your life. It's just V's life. It's just Olivia's life. So I
Yeah.
think comparing also is like a poison in a sense.
It's the thief of all joy.
Yes. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's good to, I guess, dwell in your, I guess, instead of being so like punctual or um like just a square, I feel.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to be round, it's okay to be outside the box, it's okay to be imperfect.
Yeah. And ultimately it's a sign of character, right? Because
Yeah.
if everybody is the same, then
Character
we're
development.
yeah. I'm like if we're all the same, then essentially we're kind of like boring. Like you don't have anything different to bring to the table. Everybody is just going through the same things in life, and like
Hmm.
what's the fun in that essentially?
Yeah.
So for every misalignment that you're going through, just know that it's a character thing. It's
Yeah. As if not, we all be like that. You know that one book, like that you read at school, The Giver?
yeah.
We'd be like the giver.
I don't think I ever finished it.
Nobody's seeing color.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
looks the same. Everybody is the same. Everybody lives the same. So boring. I want to be the red apple. I want to be. I forget the guy's name that saw the red apple. I want to be him. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think in a way, like when I moved to New York and when I was talking to people in New York, like me coming from Texas and having, just different perspective on things and like different friend groups as well, it's just, I feel like I have character and
yeah.
I have something to talk about. Like it's me at the
Hmm.
end of the day. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So being on track doesn't exist to us.
No, there is no being on track. There, like you should have, an idea of where you want to go in life,
Yeah.
but it's not
Doesn't
like
have to be a perfect
cemented.
picture.
Yeah, it's never straight.
Yeah.
Just if it curves, it curves, then that's okay.
Hmm.
You just
Honey,
learn to
if it fits,
navigate.
it
Yeah.
fits.
So like don't think of it like, oh, I need to, be here at this time, be there at this age, be that person, this person.
Hmm.
You just got to be you, do you, wherever that is, and
Hmm.
everybody else will be on board.
Yeah, I totally agree. I guess like yeah, being on track doesn't exist to us. We make our own track.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be a railroad track, maybe it'd be a highway, maybe it'd be a country road,
It'd be one of
maybe
them.
it'd be
Was it bullet train track?
yeah,
You're just like
maybe
bullet
it'd
train
be
through everything.
curvy,
Yeah.
maybe it'd be straight. Hey, but at the end of it's making it to the end point. That's all that matters. What's your end point? What's your end goal? I feel that's what leads to. If it's wealth and fame, it's wealth and fame. If it's happiness, everybody says happiness isn't like something that's tangible or attainable. But I feel like whatever in life, like you feel like life is good. That's the feeling I want to have. Yeah. So yeah, I guess like that's our being on track. That's our end goal. What we deem
is on track. Yeah, I think that's like really important to mention because at the end of the day, it's happiness is or love is however you deem it to be, and like what you feel it to be.
Yeah.
So if you are so focused on like fitting into other people's timeline or like fitting into other people's shoe, then you're not like you're not you at the end of the day. Like these aren't how you feel. These are how you mold yourself to feel for the sake of other people. So then you can't really fully answer the question of like, oh, am I happy or am I loved?
True.
And this is something that I learned out of my relationship or out of my past relationship as well. Because I think I was talking to another friend and she was just like, yeah, we feel like we kind of lost you when you were in, in that time where you just feel like you just weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
And like now it seems more like you're back to being you.
I felt like you were scared.
I was scared. Yeah. Because I was trying to fit into that timeline.
Yeah.
Of like I really need to make this relationship work.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties, but we're back. We were just saying, don't abandon yourself.
Yeah.
Value yourself. Like on track.
No track.
Your track.
No, your track. Misalignment is a realignment.
And what you say? What's the other part?
Every rejection is a redirection.
Yes, ma'am. So I guess to round it out, we just wanted to say thank you for joining us today at the menu on the menu podcast. We hope today's conversation gave you something to think about or at least laugh about. We'll be back next week with something new from Life's Menu. But until then, keep slowing down, keep figuring it out. And we'll see you next time on this episode, on the next episode. Ooh.
Yes. But don't forget to give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Comment, like, share. Subscribe. Follow us on our Spotify and all of our social media.
Yes. We're gonna have some TikToks come soon and some reels, so be ready for that.
Yeah. If you have any stories you want to share, be sure to leave it in the comment section. So we would love to read about it and, potentially talk about it in the next episode if possible, or just interact with you in the comment section too.
Yes. So if we don't see you tomorrow,
we'll see you later. Yeah.